do a freaking 24 one. I was just like, I don't know how you stay alive. Oh, we are live. What up, YouTube? This is your host, Kyle, here with Stone Monkey at Stone Monkey. Gulf City Stone Monkey. With my good friend, Bukk Left, aka Mike, from Bukk Left here on YouTube, aka Mike. You may have seen him. He's been around he's been around my chat. One hell of a dope dude. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
What's up, man? I hope we get like 50,000 people watching live, man. Shit, I'm streaming and all that good shit.
Hell yeah, I got somebody out there. Let me pull this up. Shit, I just lost the Google Hangout window. There it is. We'll see who is in the chat. Oh fuck, where is that at? I didn't pull this up ahead of time. Usually I have my watch page up on the side over here. Sorry, everybody. We got somebody hanging out with us.
You doing this on your webcam?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Patrice. Let's give you a wrench. Thanks for stopping in. I keep a wrench no state here on my channel. So everybody gets a wrench unless you piss me off. And then I unwrench you and then people block you. And it's funny. So we are here to talk about one of our favorite card games of one of my favorite. It's like one of the only games I play, but one of my favorite card games. Good old Magic the Gathering, which I have boxes and boxes sitting next to me over here. Actually, give you just a quick little. Dude. That's all the stuff that I opened up on the channel in the past that I haven't sorted nothing.
Yeah, so how'd you get into Magic?
I got into Magic. Oh man. Fuck. I got into Magic back in what was it 94, 95. When it was new, a bunch of kids in school were playing it and stuff, in elementary school, and I was kind of interested. And someone gave me some cards, and I was like, man, that's some really cool artwork. And then I found out that it was one of those games that was demonic, and it wasn't the norm. So my hands are dirty. Sorry about dirty hands. So I was into it. I always like the stuff that's not popular. So I started playing a little bit. I've never been. We got beyond Santa's and Chad over here too. So I've never been like a super competitive player. I always played home with the friends, but I've played off and on since then. I took a big break from 03 up until probably about 2015. I didn't really play. My area, there was no card shops anymore. After 03, all the card shops were gone, and so I had nowhere to buy cards. Walmart didn't have them. They weren't available. So I didn't play for a while. And then a couple friends were like, "Oh, I play Magic." I'm like, "Oh, bam!" Back into it. And then I found Jeremy on YouTube, which also about 3 years ago, which also helped push me back into wanting to play again, because I was like, man, I missed out on a lot of shit and stuff. Beyond Sadness, I run a wrench no state in my chat, so you are now a moderator. Enjoy your status, my friend. I have random people that are mods that will come through and kick people and time them out, so I like to make sure that doesn't happen.
Heck yeah. Man, I remember. I'm 27. I remember in elementary school, seeing the Game Boy, the big old fat one. People would play Pokemon. So I played it, and I was like, Pokemon's awesome. Later, they created a card game, and I was like, man, this is the best thing on earth. A lot of my buddies in the neighborhood started playing it, and then one day, one of the older guys I always looked up to, he said, man, that ain't shit. And this is Tempest era. Tempest had just came out. And I remember seeing the artwork for the slivers. And I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing on earth. And I remember trading all my Pokemon cards away and getting Magic the Gathering. I had Lotus Petal, a lot of the slivers. These were, just artwork. We didn't even know the rules. We just would play and like make up like what cards did. For like 2 or 3 years, we just played as though they're action figures. And learned a bastardized version of the rules from word of mouth, word of mouth. And I was just perplexed by how many cards there were. Even at this point, there were 4 or 5 thousand cards, and it was really intriguing. Went to middle school, and kind of this was I took a break, went to middle school. Onslaught Block came out, and man, that was really when I kind of fell in love with it. I really learned the rules. I showed up at a card store, and people were like, "Hey, you can't have a deck with 40 cards, dude." And I didn't understand any of it, so it was pretty cool learning that, and got my ass handed to me by a dude playing a mythical mythical proportions deck. It was a blue card where you could play and pull an enchantment from your hand attached to the creature, and so you play the blue card and you slam mythical proportions on it, which gives it 7/7 and trample. And
Oh,
I was like, this is the most amazing thing on earth. And I started showing up there every week. I used to get $5 a week, and I had to choose whether to buy snacks or a booster pack when I went to the comic store that they played at, and I always chose the booster pack.
oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah,
that's
my favorite old school set, and actually probably one of my favorite sets of all time is Marcadian Masquerade, which came out. It should have been just before the Onslaught block. I think it was the block before the Onslaught block. Everybody asked me why that set wasn't very strong, wasn't that flavorful. For me, it was the first time I actually had my own money from mowing lawns, like my own money I made from as a teenager. Hell, I 99, so I was 14. I'd go mow lawns, so I'd make like $20 every month, and it was cool as fuck being able to get on the bike with the buddies and go to the store. Stupidly enough, we were buying Marcadian Masquerade, which had just came out. And why I'm saying stupidly enough is I could have been buying revised and unlimited booster packs at 225 a pack, and I was paying $3 for the new stuff. Little did I know Magic was going to be last this long. Oh, dude, I'm kicking myself. I know the store. I remember the store owner. He didn't search anything. In fact, he actually opened
hold
up an
on,
unlimited box in front of us
hold
because
on,
my buddy
Steph.
was going to buy a pack.
Hold on. So you actually remember seeing unlimited on a shelf at one
I
point?
do. I do. There wasn't. He had a sealed box, and a buddy was going to buy a pack, so we opened his sealed box up for us. So I know it wasn't search. Now I know it wasn't search. Back then, I didn't even think about any of this shit. We didn't end up buying it because we were wanting to get the newer stuff. Oh, man, we would have opened the packs anyway. So I mean, they wouldn't have been. We wouldn't have had sealed packs. These near $1,000 sealed pack. I wouldn't have that. No, there would be no way I'd have opened it. But I'm banging my head against the wall. I didn't save myself $1 ish a pack, and got stuff that, yeah, I hated white border. I had so many opportunities back in the school days to get all the revised and unlimited cards I wanted for nothing, for pennies for pennies, a penny a card. Lands they were handing out for free, friends were handing out for free, and I just look back on it now, going, holy shit, I missed out on so much because I didn't know and never expected it to become what it is today, which is just insane. That I originally thought Magic died back in '04. Same with Pokemon. Like I didn't realize any of the because like I said, all the card shops, there was no LGSs in my town at that time, and so I thought everything was dead. And I found out all of it was not, and it's crazy. Holy shit, we got a Tennessee Marine in the chat. What is up, my brother? Thank you for stopping in, my friend.
What's up, Tennessee Marine?
It's one of the Whale Gang homies. He is one of the most freaking amazing people I have met online. This guy, man, this motherfucker is the freaking top notch, top notch. That's one good dude.
Hell yeah. Um, man, I remember when Onslaught first came out and the Fetch Lands first came out. I remember opening up Fetch Lands and thinking like, this is fucking retarded. I mean, I got to lose a life and all I get's a mountain or a, you know. And it really goes to show, man, the ignorance, the blissful ignorance people had when they were just sitting on these things. I mean, I had, a couple of each. And I remember going by my first inquest and I was like, oh, obviously Ravenous Bay Loft is going to be $20, and all the beasts were going to be expensive. And I look and I'm like, these lands, what? They're $12 a piece. This is ridiculous. Went to the store and traded, and people were more than happy to take my fetch lands for uh, Exalted Angels or Balos, which in their day they were expensive too. I think Exalted was up to 20, but of course they were playing on longer term stuff. But
Hell yeah. I miss the good old days, dude.
what so you played in a card store for what period? What time period?
I actually the first time I played in a card store was for Kaladesh's pre-release actually. That was the very first time I actually sat down in a card store.
Damn,
And I got my
I
ass
was.
handed to me.
When did Kaladesh come out?
Fuck, it's been about a year and a half, 2 years, year and a half. Post, help me out here. You're in chat. You know this.
I don't play Magic currently. I haven't played in fuck man since probably like '08, man. Wow.
I think it's a revised. I'm not sure if it's revised or if it's unlimited, but it's probably medium played by you that I got from my buddy. He
I
has
think
like 12 dual lands, and uh, he had no idea they were worth anything, and nor did I up until a couple years back when I was watching Jeremy's thing, and he got all excited over dual land. I'm like, who the fuck cares about lands? So many people were giving me dual lands back in the day, and I just gave them away too because they were given to me. No one cared about dual lands back in the day.
did you have a lot of alpha and beta cards?
I've got a few beta cards that I've bought in recently, but I never got to actually handle any back in the day. It was always everybody always had revised and unlimited that I was around. I know a few friends in high school had those, but they kept their alpha and beta at home and never touched. They didn't touch them. I was like, understandable in that.
I I've maybe seen 10 beta alpha cards in person in my life, maybe. I mean, they're real.
2016 for the Kaladushis. Yeah, I actually scored on my buy. I bought three Earthbinds for like $2 a piece, and they're like $4 to $5 now.
Oh shit, Wolf of Wall Street over here. Oh yeah, that's a great artwork.
I had to get some betas. I got
That's what really.
I got three of those. I got three Power Leaks, two Stream of Lives, and then a Crawl Worm. Oh, and a Holy Armor. I got 9, 10,
Yeah.
10, 10 beta cards.
What's your favorite card?
My favorite card is Ancestral Mask, and I actually have that in one of my decks here. I'll give you guys all a view of that.
Mine's Astral Slide. I really like that card. It never made the transition into Vintage, but during its block days, it beat Mirrodin, or excuse me, beat Affinity. And Affinity was supposedly one of the most lopsided decks that there was while in Modern, or in what we call Type 2 back then. I don't know what is standard is what they
Yep.
call it, but it beat it. Man, I was real happy about that because I always had my faith behind Astral Slide.
Damn freaking. Sorry about the glare. There we go. That doesn't look too glary.
Other enchantment play. It's a weird ass card.
Oh, and it can get fucked. I ran four of those and four fertile grounds, four of the wild growths, and yeah. So I had like 12 enchantments, and they almost always were all out. So I just sit there and slap that on whatever I had, and it'd just be like, "You're dead." Next turn, you're dead. And I'm just like sitting there.
Man,
Any of the C17s in stores lately? I'm looking for C17. Oh, Oh, the commander decks. I haven't been in the card shop in a while. I'll take a look around. I'll see if I can find you something.
So how'd you find out about Jeremy?
The recommended page actually.
Yeah, man, I
All
really,
those mini. It's been about three and a half, almost yeah, about almost 4 years actually. 2018. No, it's been about. I found about 3 years ago. This 3 years ago at the beginning of summer, or somewhere along the lines, and then 2 years ago when I was laid out from my getting ran over at work, I just binge watching all his stuff to get caught up on everything that he had on the channel before I found him. Posty.
man, I remember I watched a couple of his videos. I thought they were kind of mundane. They were okay, and I remember reading a lot of the comments, and they all said like, man, everybody was hating on him. Everybody had negative things to say, and it kind of kept growing. He kind of what's those two?
Two commander decks. Buddy in chat was asking about him.
Are those the new ones?
These are 2017, last
How
year's.
much? Would you pay? How much they worth now?
I got them for I think it was about $100. I got them from Rudy. I think it was 100, and I know they're worth more than that now, easy, because each of them should be worth at least 35. So I guess it's 110 because I pay him $10 a month. I Patreon him. So
Um, yeah, Rudy said that that's one of the better investments to make. Um, but with Jeremy, man, it was kind of awesome watching how he uh, metamorph metamorphosized into kind of a leader for the right and the anti-liberal stuff. And then what's up?
buddy, okay, so the dragon deck is $120.
There you go, buddy.
Woo! That's a good investment. I like when that happens. I've spent so much on my massive collection because I was I originally with my you remember that you came to my channel because I was opening stuff, and I couldn't afford it anymore. That's why I kind of stopped for now. But I'm gonna get back into it a little bit because I know I still have my OG MTG fans, and I like to make sure everybody's happy with what I put out.
You build beams, correct?
Yep. Yep. I am now currently the forklift driver that brings the units over for the graders. It's freaking amazing. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's gonna
You
suck when it starts downpouring, but that'll be okay. I got rain gear.
okay, man, it's a good field to be in, man. A forklift operator. You know, you get into the bigger ones, man, they get paid pretty decent, man. I
Oh,
mean,
indeed, indeed. I know. It's kind of. I was talking to some people that work down the street, and they're getting paid a couple more. They're getting paid about $4 more an hour. I'm like, I
yeah,
can do
you come
that.
if you come to a heavy construction site, man, you'll start at like 24. I mean, ones at my site, I think they make like 32 an hour. Man, half of them don't do nothing. They lay down all day and go to sleep 10 hours and you know go home well rested. And then you, of course, go to cranes next, man. Cranes pay really, really good, and that'll be it's a good skill, man. You feel happy doing it. You feel proud doing that shit.
Yep.
It's something you can really, really have pride in. But Jeremy, man, I think that Jeremy is doing a lot more work than he gets credit for. I think that he is like really crafting the genesis of a whole new movement as far as from the trading card game side. Um, he has a lot of the characteristics of a grand movement. For the first thing that I notice, people always hate on greatness for the most the weirdest reasons. I've noticed that with Jeremy, he just draws a lot of hatred, and he's kind of biting the wind and fighting, a large corporation. He's fighting a lot of forces, and he's kind of going it alone. He's facing a lot of flack,
Oh yeah.
and he's still going full force ahead. And he's not a real super manly dude. Like he's not just absolutely saying, fuck them all. He still has uh, kind of a liberal. I could tell he's initially a liberal, but he's doing a hell of a job. And man, I really feel that we need to come out of the woodworks and really help this guy out.
Oh hell yeah,
Um,
man! I can't agree more with that. I won't lie, I was probably one of the first people to say freaking a long time ago. Actually, not a long time ago, but probably a long time ago. Back when this all fucking happened and all originally started, I was like, dude, Jeremy, you're Batman, bro. You're our Batman. He's like, no, I'm like, seriously, man, you're the hero we need, just not the hero they want.
yeah, and it's weird how that played itself into that. A lot of people say it was intentional from his point.
It's
He's
not.
a marketeer, but
Yeah,
go ahead.
it's not. Yeah, I agree with that. Everybody says that he made that email address that he's getting all this info from after he got banned. And everybody who doesn't agree with him is like, oh, like you said, they're trying to say, he's doing this just to, to get views and blah 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 and try to make himself look better. It's like, you know what? He was pissed and he's trying to, make things right.
And I mean, man, what he did with them Chesters up in the Magic community, that was golden, man. That was an absolute slap to the Wizards of the Coast.
Oh
I
fuck yeah,
mean,
dude! It's still going too. It's great. I freaking love it. It's not the hot topic as much, but I do like the updates on what's going on with all that shit because it's just freaking quite hilarious.
he
I,
straight
I
up
like Jeremy. He's
killed
a
that
good dude.
guy.
Two Christmases ago, I was freaking home alone. I was freaking pretty shit freaking sad because none of the family was in town. Everybody was gone, and the fiance was at work. So I was sitting here by myself. I was like, "Fuck." I threw out a tweet. I was like, "Fuck, man, I'm pretty freaking," or not tweet. I popped into his Discord. That's the only Discord I was in at the time, and I was just like, and the general chat was like, "Hey, if anybody's available, I'd love to chat with somebody. I'm freaking home alone." And all of a sudden, he's like, "Come to voice chat." I go to the voice chat, and he pulls me in. We talked for about an hour. I mean, fucking meant a lot. He's took an hour out of his day on Christmas to freaking chat with just some random fan of his, and I'm like, that's pretty freaking tight. You didn't have to do that. That's why I appreciate Jeremy because he's always been good to me.
Well, I think like um going Alex Jones also. He's a guy he gets a lot of hate, and I'm not gonna be one of the people that just say, "Oh, I discount him. I don't believe all the stuff he says," which I don't. But I'm still not just gonna throw that cordial disqualifier in there. I'm gonna give the man respect for the actions he's done. I mean, he's really, at least talking about Alex Jones, there may not be a person on earth who's spread as much information for our cause as far as classical liberalism, as far as the right, as far as nationalists, all these people on the right side of the spectrum. He's done so much for that. And Jeremy is kind of, I don't think people understand how big this is going to be. We're just at the beginning of this. We're in one of the largest cultural aspect of young males as far as games, and he is basically counter attacking their flood of propaganda basically as it's happening. It's getting disseminated in real time, and he is the leader of this. And the subscribers on his channel don't pay justice to the amount of influence he has as they do things like the Battlefield 5 thing. Uh, their propaganda is met instantly. It's disseminated instantly by Jeremy, a couple other people, that passes down the information hierarchy to people like me and you who may do a video on it, and it passes through different channels, and it really magnifies his influence. I mean, Jeremy just kind of fell into this deservingly, but he fell into this role, and it's
Yep.
an
Oh yeah.
important one because I mean it's something that it's a it's propaganda. The left is bad as far as they believe in the state. The state kills people, and It might not seem like, oh, it's Magic the Gathering, some nerd's card game. The memetics that we create through Magic the Gathering have real world impact through other things. It's counteracting the spread of leftist propaganda. And so his memes is saving lives. And it's weird to say that, but it's true. Anything to fight the leftists is saving lives, it's saving people their money and all that.
Oh
And
yeah.
he it's doing it in a weird way, but that's how memetics work. And people just don't realize how big of a force he is yet. I don't think he realizes it. I think that he has a lot of low self-esteem issues. I think that he just doesn't really have the absolute natural leadership to do it. People view him more as as a leader and all, much more because of how genuine he is. You just said it yourself as an example of why you like him. It's because he was genuine towards you,
Oh yeah,
and
exactly. I
it's
mean, I've been a fan of his. And I've also been a fan of his for a while. And I won't. I'll say, I won't always agree with everything he's got to say, but there and again, I don't agree with everybody 100% of the time. And like I said, he is one of the first people to get a lot. He's usually the first on the freaking news. I hear a lot of people, a lot of other YouTubers I watch go to him for the news on this kind of stuff because he's always the first one with it. And it's true. Jeremy's on top of that shit. That's fucking crazy. I was just like, damn, look at him go. I need gaming news. Check Jeremy's channel. Easy enough.
and he's I mean the force that he's fighting is massive. He's fighting, billion-dollar companies. And who does he have? He's a guy in his back bedroom, with a
Yep.
fucking couple $100 setup, and he's fighting companies with PR departments, HR departments, billions of dollars. And he's demolishing them. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
he is. It's freaking
like
hilarious.
the child molester thing. I mean, Magic's response to that was just be quiet, and man, he just kept whipping him. He's good at marketeering. I actually have a degree in marketing. I went into carpentry because it 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 can pay more. They're similar pay scales. I believe that it's a more fulfilling career. It's more satisfying. I can't sit down inside, but he is very very talented in that. But I really didn't want to see him kind of and so I throw a lot of support behind him and echo a lot of his videos and real in real life support and all that because I feel like it's my duty to kind of help my brother in this fight. And I mean, he's done sacrificed a lot of his stuff. A lot of times we're scared to create a second of discomfort in real life conversation, and we those seconds of discomfort build up and they allow for the left to kind of gain ground from the information point of view. It's too many times that some stupid gas station checkout line conversation goes unchecked. And, I feel like it's my duty to help Jeremy with that. And man, he just seems like a good person. Um
Fuck yeah,
and
brother.
it's
I
it's
appreciate your
kind of cool.
freaking. I love your content, man. I'm always there freaking watch that when it comes up. I freaking love the messages. I love your what you do as well. You got a freaking great message you put out almost every day. It's freaking amazing. It's glad to see more people, active out there and how widespread we are, which is funny. Everybody's like, "What the fuck?" It's like, hell yeah, dude, we're everywhere. I'm freaking
We're
2 hours away from freaking Wizards of the Coast's headquarters.
um well I have a I'm in Georgia. It's the heart of the red. It's more traditional conservative, much more religious based and all. We still have a lot of classical liberals here, and it's kind of weird, man, seeing just the self hatred, the just the absolute cuckness of these motherfuckers. I mean, it's just ridiculous how much they just hate each other. I mean, hate themselves. I call it the pissing contest of cuckdom. And so in these corporate executive boardrooms and all this shit, they're basically out cucking themselves. And it's like it's similar to how a what's that bird that flaps its feathers to make a scenic effect?
The
What's that shit
hummingbird,
called?
the ones that like
No,
freaking fly really
n-
fast.
not flap its wings. It spreads its wing on the back and it looks
Peacock,
like eyes. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah.
peacocking.
It's like an evolutionary thing. And so right now we're at a point in history where you're not going to die of hunger, of starvation, of dehydration, and all. So you look for the next thing, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And so the biggest problem for these spoiled people is just appearing unfriendly. And so that's from an evolution point of view. And so they're in these boardrooms trying to compete with appearing not appearing unfriendly to each other. And it runs unchecked a lot of times. And they don't have a large bubble of outside influences. And so you have guys who work in these boardrooms that are so detached from reality. They don't know who their customer base is. And you get examples like Wizards of the Coast, where they're basically banning Jeremy for posting Pepe stuff, but they
Okay,
got
so
off their
speaking of
own.
Wizards of the Coast, the ultimate plan is I'm going to infiltrate Wizards of the Coast here at some point, and I'm going to take them down from the inside out, and it's going to be beautiful. Holy shit, we got an AP in the fucking chat. Wow. I got a fucking mod AP. No
how,
sh.
how you how you gonna do that interview, man?
I don't know, but I'll figure it out. That is fucking
Like
amazing. I got to make sure he's moderated. Definitely moderated freaking AP. AP
I'm
the
just
fucking frog, man. Holy shit, dude. I am honored.
just be like, man, I hate myself. I hate all white males.
Yeah,
Pro
exactly. I'm
wrestling
just gonna go in
cheese,
there and just pretend
guns.
like I'm a cucky little liberal pussy. Yeah, those people that say those mean things, that's so mean.
That's just
We need to get rid of them like right now. Ban
and
them all.
and I wear fluffy socks and I talk really nice and I drink craft beer and man, it's a real world culture shock, man. I mean, I'm from a place where it's basically a military base. Everybody's one or two generations off the farm. You work at some large nuclear construction sites. So everybody is a very masculine thing, and it's real weird to see the contrast between that and these sissy ass cuck boys. I don't know
Trust me.
even what to
As,
call them.
like I was saying, I live 5 minutes north of Portland, so
Yeah, like Portland is, ain't it like the fucking cuck capital of
yeah,
Washington State?
yeah,
No, excuse
yeah.
me,
It,
Oregon. Fuck.
it makes Oregon look so bad. It's
I'm not.
horrible when you get downtown, man. It's just all the vagrants are homeless hipsters.
What's a vagrant?
The homeless.
Uh, well,
They're abundant downtown Portland, and they're just mostly young young adults, the hipsters that don't want to work, and just yeah, it's horrible, dude. I don't go to Portland very often. I go just across the bridge and I get cigarettes and then I come right back. Or if I want to go get, if I want to go get like hammered for the night or the weekend, on the weekend, Portland's got strip clubs every block. Like you literally you can walk in when you go downtown. I've done this in a few different spots. You can walk out of one, take 2 steps to the left, walk in the next door, and you're in a whole new strip club. And I've done it, and it is the fucking weirdest goddamn thing where I'm just like, well then, these aren't the same girls I was looking at a little while ago. Much better looking. Beer, please. The good old days. That's a fun time.
so I mean, what's the other stuff that's over there on the West Coast besides just cuck ass liberals? Like, what's y'all's other political ideologies that are predominant over there?
Um, you got your no, that's about it. You got your liberals and you got your basics conservatives. They don't speak out too much. I mean, for the most part, Washington State's actually quite red. The only blues are the heavily populated areas like Seattle, and Olympia and shit. You know, like most states that hit blue, it's like there's just the major metropolises and that's it, and the rest of it's all red for the most part. It's fucking hilarious because
Yeah,
I see it's about 50-50 on the Trump versus the Hillary signs, and then you got your Bernies, lots and lots of Bernies.
I work on a site. I work on a site with probably about 1,700 guys. Just on that site, there's 12,000 on the in general the place. And man, you see like little polls in the back in the porta potties that'll say like Trump or Hillary or liberal or conservative. And man, there won't be a single strike in the liberal position, like a tally mark. I mean, everybody has a Trump sticker on their helmet. He's insanely popular. I mean, even the Spanish speakers love Trump here. I mean,
But yeah,
it's it's a
the
it's a
ones
blowout,
here
man.
don't like him, but I can tell you right now, I'm pretty sure quite a few of them are illegal.
Oh, this is a you got to be legal to work here. They do extensive background.
They supposedly do here, but one of the guys that worked at the at one of the plants for the company got hauled off by ICE about 6 months ago. And I gotta laugh because the kid was a little cholo douche, and it was fucking hilarious. He didn't know how to speak any English, and yeah, he liked to talk about all the stupid shit he did, and it was just fucking funny when someone told me he got deported. It's just like, I lost my shit.
Wow. Well, the majority of the Spanish speakers here, you see some that are, or at least on site, you see them. They're Puerto Ricans, and I don't know if it's Puerto Ricans are just a little more conservative or what. They're definitely much more on the family issues, and Mexicans too. I mean, people would be surprised about how many of them are kind of conservative on some things. And you talk to them for more than 5 minutes, you know, they'll fucking tell you. And you know, they really just get tied up in these labels. You know, like I'm a liberal because some race baiting commercial. But then you ask them, well, do you support abortion? Most Spanish speakers are heavily against that.
Yeah.
And then you say something like, well, do you believe that the government should get pay for your, uh, take your money and pay for other shit? They'll say no. That's why Mexico is so fucked up because you pay taxes and you get nothing. And then you reword it and throw in like five fucking adjectives: social equality, justice, blah blah blah, better good of society, where you pay taxes, and they're like, yeah, yeah. So it's just a tie of labels, man. It's
Yep. Everyone wants to label everything. It's like I'm just kind of here doing my thing. I'm a guy, just a guy, you know.
well, I'm a classical liberal, and I go by even beyond that. I go into Adam Smith is like I'm much more into the economics than the kind of rights and all that stuff, property rights and NAP and all that of the liberals, classical liberals. But pretty much I abide by Adam Smith's stuff. And if most people haven't read The Wealth of Nations, they don't know. Even these so-called economists, they don't know Adam Smith has stood for and all. Like he stood for infrastructure, the government spending money on projects that one or two people can't recoup the benefits from, but it will benefit all of society. And
Yeah,
so, guys like Milton Friedman, he varied on that. He differed, and so it split kind of the classical liberals into those groups. But these labels really hurt us. But what else I want to talk about?
yeah. Because I was gonna say I'm not really. I don't know. I was a for me. I don't know. I always liked. I was a Ron Pauler.
Yeah, I love Ron Paul, man.
Ron Paul was a
He's
shit. I liked what he had to say. I liked what he wanted to do, and it was the only reason I voted for Trump is because I was definitely not going to vote for Hillary. And out of all the candidates that were up there, he was the only one saying I wanted. He was like, America, America first. Everybody else was like, well, we need to go. And it's like, no, fuck all that. We got to focus on our country first, and then we can worry about our foreign affairs.
and a lot of the going back to Jeremy and MTG, um, the way that the left tries to win, they're not going to win in a direct debate. That's what they avoid. They avoid direct debates. You know, the Antifa guys over in Portland, which you're in Washington. So what's your dealings with Antifa? Have you ever seen them?
Nah, not really. I can I know I was going to go to the rally the last time and go with the Proud Boys, but I had to work and it was kind of sad.
Who are the Proud Boys? Gavin McGinnis's crew?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let's see. Everybody, I got posts and Carl Chan the third in chat saying they imagine you to be exactly what you are what they imagine Jesus' second coming to be.
Who?
You. They're like, is this guy Jesus? It's fucking
They
awesome.
call me they call me Jesus at work. We're gonna start a beard hierarchy up there. We're just gonna reset all the bosses, and you're gonna be labeled by the coolness of your fucking beard. But dude, Antifa doesn't exist here. Like the cuck ass liberals, they just I don't know, they don't live here or something, man. Cause like people take very strong uh conservative values here. I mean, even just lunchroom talks and all that. And I mean, I just never see these liberals. I mean, you go on CNN channels and, you click on some of the channels that are supporting their videos and, they got a lot of thumbs up and all. And it'd be an account with no subscribers, no videos. It's a bot, obviously.
Yeah,
And
usually.
and the left is just it's built on all this fakeness. And it's like I said earlier, with people just conversation you hear at the gas station that you leave unchecked. It's just things like this billow out of control, and it keeps people from kind of uniting in real life. And I respect Jeremy a lot again because he took the flame for that. He spoke his mind, although he didn't come out like a lot of guys would have just been like, fuck all y'all some bitch ass motherfuckers. The fuck you gonna do about it, bitch? I'll slap the shit out you goddamn little cuck ass boy. He came out in kind of a more refined way, but he still came out, man. And if just a couple people did stuff like that, we would have been done won this. And with what do you feel about boycotting Magic? I mean,
Well, I'm already not really. I don't really see. I don't play any of that stuff. I, I kind of already kind of do because I'm not one of those people that gives them money very much, anyways. And I definitely wasn't buying anything new. I've bought a little bit of everything new, but I don't really. Yeah, I haven't spent anything on Magic in 2 months because I just haven't had the care to.
uh,
I mean, they're not what I want right now. Cause fuck them. They're freaking pandering to the wrong crowd, and they can eat a dick because they're just not doing what they used to do. They're the card stock sucks. The art's not quite as cool as it used to be, and it's just it doesn't seem like they're they're just trying to pander to the wrong demographic for me.
yeah, and I mean these guys in the boardrooms a lot of times, they're in their echo chamber, but also a lot of them are already financially set. They're working on their next job. They're working on because Wizards is kind of low on the corporate stuff. It's to us, that love Magic and all. It's like, oh man, they're the shit. But, Wizards is still it's peanuts. It's you don't make $400,000 a year like you can working in the finance or working in energy, a lot of other fields. And so a lot of times they're trying to shoot themselves up, and it's all about that pissing contest of cuckdom, man. You can't let we need to hire refugees. Oh, well, fuck,
Yeah.
they can just goddamn just fuck my wife. Well, fuck, you can goddamn kill my kids. I will kill myself right fucking now if you guys just think I'm cool and liberal. And it spirals out of control like that. There's nobody to self check them. And You know, you get what you got now. People take, as Rudy said, also they're a company that takes time too long to respond. They're inefficient. They got too much bureaucracy, and they're just watching their company burn while they just, I don't know, fucking whatever liberals do on their off time, fucking drink craft beer and drink soy stuff or whatever. Goddamn, go on
Yeah,
Antifa.
they're just not they're just I don't think that there are a few screws loose at least because good lord, I mean it's just too much. I mean, South Park. My favorite representation in the South Park for all that shit, all this shit, because man, South Park really does it right. And it's just like,
Wait, what? Tell me about it. I haven't seen it.
oh,
What happened?
oh, this is an older one where they do the PC principle, you know, and all that stuff.
I ain't seen it. What is it?
Oh, they have a PC principal comes in. He's super, super liberal. You can't offend anybody. You can't do this. You can't do that. It's so
Oh
fucking
fuck.
serious. And then they turn everybody into PC people. It's fucking hilarious. Stan Marsh starts. God, I'm fucking high. I'm sorry. Freaking Randy gets into it and stuff, and it's freaking.
What you smoking, dog?
I can't remember, but something good, you know.
It has pretty good, probably.
How it goes is, you know, I just go down and down a couple blocks to the legal store. It's great. That's what I love living here for.
So you just walk in a store and buy that shit, man?
Fuck yeah, bro.
Phew.
And it's cheap, dude. $60 an ounce.
How much is a zip?
60 bones.
Damn.
That's some cheaper stuff.
Woo.
I mean, you can spend a lot more, but when I can get an ounce for 60, that's good shit. You know, it's good shit. It's fine with me. It's just
Man, you don't want to know.
smaller nugs. It's like I used to buy popcorn nugs anyways before it was legal, so fuck it.
Yeah, we goddamn. Man, you don't want to know what people paying out here in the South. Man, it'd be some really good stuff, man. It can go from anywhere from $300 to $400. That's like that gelato or Gorilla Glue, which it probably isn't even that shit, man. It's probably some other bullshit that's just labeled. Um, you can get some, we call it air pack. It's shit that's like smaller nuggets, and the stems look a little weirder, and it's like 180, 160 an ounce, and then that's pretty much cheapest you're gonna get for the uh weed. The weed needs to hurry up and goddamn get legalized, man. We're in the middle of a fucking opioid epidemic, and
Fuck yeah.
mar- marijuana is one of the best things to help people get off that shit.
Indeed it is
You know,
actually. I can attest to that. Not only that, but all the fucking tax revenue that states get that, that's a lot of money, 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 and money talks.
it
Crime is
is.
down. Um, you know, it's kind of funny because you go to the store, you see people that you in your mind wouldn't think you'd see, but since it's legal, you see fucking everybody. And I mean, every type of person's there. It's like it's kind of crazy. I seen my boss at the store a few times. I laughed. I
That's
parked.
how I got
I
my.
walked up to the door. I got in there. He's all standing there getting his stuff as he's getting ready to leave. I'm just like, see
So,
you tomorrow.
is there still is there still a social stigma over there? Like, do people
Kind
like
of.
look at you different?
Not really.
I gotta get some air in that motherfucker.
All I know is these this younger generation thinks it's like they're like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm like, you know what, man? It took freaking. I was 30 when this shit happened. It happened like what 3 or 4 years ago. Actually, I was near next. I'm 33 now, so I can't remember. I can't remember exactly when it was legalized. It's been a while. It's been a
Smoking
while.
gas, boy.
Yeah, it's good. It was nice. It was like the best thing ever. Shit, it's been a while because I was working freaking the fast food joint, and then I remember the night it freaking I heard the news. I trashed the place and left.
Oh my god.
I was so excited. I started throwing shit, jumped out the window, and ran home. I'm just like, fucking, I'm out of here. I got about
Man,
a
I
third of
wish
the
I
way, and I realized I feel like, oh, fuck, when am I running? I got in the car. Ran back, got in my car, and we
I
waited till midnight, and we lit up legal weed. It was great.
man, I can't, man, I can't smoke. If they're real strict on drugs, all that stuff. Man, pissing, I gotta piss all the fucking time.
Damn. Yeah. See,
I work the
they do
dogs.
them randomly, supposedly, and I've been there for 3 years now, and I've never seen anybody get a random.
Oh, they get you. They come get you, and you got to go right then. You got to piss once, wait about an hour, piss again, and then they might come get you again because a lot of guys are bringing in piss in a 5-hour energy bottle. But
Oh shit,
then
dude! They're making. Oh fuck, I'd be fucked. Then yeah, I'd use that shit up and be like, whoops.
yeah, they send off of one of those ones that they get from you. They send a random one of those off. But man, it's fucking ridiculous, man. It's marijuana did nothing but help me sleep, help my appetite a lot, and it's almost no negative effects to it. The carcinogens from smoking, of course, but I mean, come on, man. There's just no reason. I mean, it's an example of popular support for something just being trumped by government being able to make money on it or whatever. I don't know if it's the fucking alcohol or if goddamn hemp plant will fucking make golden dildos or what it is. But all I know is that there's people who don't want it legal and they're winning. They're holding it back.
Yep, well, sadly enough, and I mean, I was shocked when it got legal. Well, I can't say I was shocked when it got legal last year because my stepdad was like, "I'm voting for it to be legal," and he was the biggest anti-pot guy ever. And then so I was like, "Well, if one of them can change, I wonder there's going to be a lot more than that are going to change." So I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm voting yes." I was going to vote yes anyways, but I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm definitely voting yes." And I was like, it passed. It passed by a very slim margin, but it passed, and it was fucking amazing.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, man, monkey. Let's shoot. You want to shoot again soon, man?
Hell yeah, brother. We can do this. We should do this. I'll set up. We'll set up a night. We'll do this like once a week or some shit if you'd like. Be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Can fucking shoot.
Let's get trash on the next one, man.
Yeah,
That
well,
seems
he
pretty
said
cool.
I'll give him some. I'll give him some pre-notice, and we'll get him on. And
Yeah, we need.
I'm always down to have more guests. So anybody in chat out there that would like to come on eventually, just let me know in chat. Get you guys on. I like to have more people on. It's always fun just chatting with people. That's all I fucking want to do, and that's all this channel really does. Just have some fun, do random shit. We hail the blue whale. Always hail the blue whale. I don't have my golf shirt on because I came home and jumped on the stream before I could change out of the work shirt. So I at least got the hat handy.
Yeah. Well, man, just call me, man. You got my number. Text me or whatever. We'll do it every Thursday, Friday, whatever the fuck. We can do it on Sunday, man, if you want. Is that dude Skittles or whatever his name is in the chat? He's usually always in your videos, man.
No, I don't see him.
Oh man, wanted to give him a shout out. Shit, man. I guess y'all. How many people are viewing?
We got 5 out there. Probably, well, 4 technically because I'm one of the 5, so I can see the chat.
Okay, well,
We
y'all
can
go
chat it
support
like
Jeremy. Fuck Magic. Uh, encourage bootlegs or fake cards. Fuck them. Uh, that's pretty much goddamn it, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Support my boy Stone Monkey, man. I'm gonna goddamn send you some shit, man, that you can open up. I want you to open up. I like Almond Cat, man. I know the set sucks, but I love the artwork.
it was a good set. And I'll make video. I'll make
How?
videos. You send me a mail, I'll open that shit up, and I'll open. If you send me, whatever, send me shit if you want to. I open shit up and I'll make videos of it. Everybody in chat,
All right,
send me shit.
man. I don't have
Videos.
time. I'm gonna just send
All
you to PayPal and let you goddamn do the eBay part. But yeah, man, just call me, let me know something, man.
right, for sure, brother. I'll hit you up.
All right, y'all have a good day or night or whatever fucking time it is where y'all at. Whoever's in the chat. All right, y'all.
Shout out to the Knights of the Stone, the Square Table. I forgot all about that. Fuck yeah, Post. I remember that. We're in that chat group together. All right, thank you guys. That was Buck, the left of y'all. Thank you guys for joining the chat with us. There's the link to his channel. I got posts out there. Carl Chan, Blue, Luco. Patrice was out there with us too tonight. Thank you. I appreciate you all for coming. Derek TV. Sorry I didn't see you there. Or we had AP show up for a little bit. It was amazing. I freaking appreciate y'all. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go make some dinner and yeah, Gulf City Theater at 8 p.m. on the Gulf City Live. Go watch it. I love you all. Goodbye.